Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5 best gaming CPU. Starting at number 5. Intel Core i7-13700K. At $385, the Core i7-13700K thoroughly beats the $399 Ryzen 770. 700X and even unseats the pricey $699 Ryzen 9 7950X, all while delivering essentially the same gaming performance as Intel's own $589 flagship Core i9-13900K a euro, but for significantly less. As always, if you aren't after top performance in heavy productivity tasks, the Core i7 model takes the shine off the Core i9. The Core i7-13700K is a great high-performance gaming chip at its $409 price point, offering 95% of the flagship Core i9-13900K's performance for $180 less. Better yet, you can overclock the chip and get basically identical performance to the Core i9-13900K. The 13700K is also 18.8% faster than the previous Gen 12700K, and basically ties the Ryzen 7 5800X 3D, but beats it after overclocking. Our benchmarks show the Core i7-13700K is also a much better all-rounder than Ryzen. If you're looking for performance in productivity work a euro, the $409 Core i7-13700K is 35% faster in threaded work than the similarly priced $399 Ryzen 7 7700X. Coming at number 4. AMD Ryzen 9 7950X. AMD's Ryzen 9 7950X, with 16 cores and 32 threads, expanded on its predecessor's mission of bringing HEDT-class performance to mainstream motherboards, lowering the bar for entry. The 7950X carries a $699 price tag at launch, but Theta Euro trademark S actually $100 cheaper than the launch price of the previous gen model. The Ryzen 9 7950X is the reigning overall performance champ for mainstream PCs, delivering unprecedented levels of performance on a mainstream platform. The 7950X pairs the Zen 4 architecture with the 5nm TSMC process to deliver a big gain in performance over the prior gen. This chip brings plenty of performance to bear, beating Intel's vaunted Core i9-12900K in gaming by 5%, while also offering 44% more performance in threaded workloads. The Zen 4 architecture also closes the gap with Alder Lake in single-threaded applications. The Ryzen 9 7950X brings all of the amenities we would expect from a modern processor, including support for DDR5, PCIe 5.0, and the latest USB connectivity standards. AMD has also added integrated graphics for a basic display out for the first time, which is a plus if you need to troubleshoot. At number 3. Intel Core i9-13900K. The Intel Core i9-13900K has taken the title of the fastest gaming processor on the planet, wresting it away from AMD's Ryzen 7 5800X 3D and the Ryzen 7000 family. At $589, it even outperforms AMD's Ryzen 9 7950X in our gaming testing and most heavily threaded content creation tasks, making it an exceptional value for high-end game streaming, too. It's also the uncontested leader in x86 single-threaded performance. Intel Euro trademark S generous sprinkling of more cores also gives it the lead in core counts for the first time since AMD Euro trademark S Ryzen debuted back in 2017. The 13900K also supports leading-edge connectivity, with support DDR4-3200 or up to DDR5-5600 memory, along with 16 lanes of PCIe 5.0 and an additional 4 lanes of PCIe 4.0 from the chip for M.2 SSDs. Number 2 of my list. AMD Ryzen 5 5600. The AMD Ryzen 5 5600 takes the top spot as the overall best AMD CPU for gaming, with a solid blend of performance in both gaming and application workloads, bringing a new level of value to the Zen 3 lineup. The Ryzen 5 5600 makes a great value-centric alternative to Alder Lake for new builds, and represents an absolutely unbeatable deal if you're updating a first-gen Ryzen system. However, competing Intel Alder Lake processors are a better deal for most new builds. The 5600 unseats the Ryzen 5 5600X, a longtime favorite. The 5600X is only 1% faster in gaming and multi-threaded PC work than the Ryzen 5 5600, but maintains a 4% advantage in single-threaded work. That said, the practical differences between the two chips will be almost imperceptible to the overwhelming majority of users, but the Ryzen 5 5600X costs $35 more, which is absolutely not acceptable given the slim differences. As such, consider the Ryzen 5 5600 the 5600X killer. You can find the 6-core, 12-thread Ryzen 5 5600 at $184, a deep discount brought on by competitive pressure from Intel. In fact, our testing shows that the Ryzen 5 5600 generally matches the gaming performance of its more expensive sibling, the $325 Ryzen 7 5800X. That makes the 5600 an incredibly well-rounded chip that can handle any type of gaming, from competitive class performance with high refresh rate monitors to streaming, while also serving up more than enough performance for day-to-day application workloads. As with all AMD CPUs for gaming, you can fully overclock the CPU. And number 1. Intel Core i5-12400. If you're looking for the hands-down best CPU for gaming, the mid-range Alder Lake 6-core, 12-thread Core i5-12400 is your chip, especially after recent price reductions that bring it down to an incredible $160. With the right tuning, it's even faster at gaming than the previous gen $549 Core i9-11900K flagship. So it should go without saying that it's also faster than the $230 Ryzen 5 5600X in gaming. The chip comes with 6P cores that support hyperthreading that operate at a 2.5 GHz base and 4.4 GHz boost speed. The 12400 supports leading-edge connectivity, with support DDR4-3200 or up to DDR5-4800 memory, along with 16 lanes of PCIe 5.0 and an additional 4 lanes of PCIe 4.0 from the chip for M.2 SSDs. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.